An ex-Whitehall coach, an ex-Northampton coach. We have a Whitehall-Northampton game. So first of all, Dick, I'll ask you about the rivalry. How intense or how special was it to come into this gym and play Northampton when you were at the Whitehall helm?
Well, of course, the seasonal records, Gary, always make the rivalry more than what the other things are made out to be. And when we were playing then, of course, Northampton was always around the top. They were extremely good. I just said to somebody previously, I said, here it is halftime, you got a gym about a third full. In those days, the standing room only signs would be out by then. Winning, breeds rivalries, I think, more than anything else. But the good thing about this one is that I think Whitehall is forced to play a different game than they want to play. Obviously, defensively, but if you go back to that first game, a two-pointer, close game, yeah, but in the low 60s and a high 50. And that is shocking in itself, at Whitehall. So I think that Northampton sort of forces Whitehall to play a little bit differently.
All right, let's take a look at the Whitehall starters. And, Dick, already we see a switch in tonight's lineup because of illness to Kusko.
And that one would bother me. You know how I feel about Kusko. To me, he's everything what you look for, especially in a game like this, to stabilize your offense. Chad Kusko is a pretty hard-nosed kid and has proven himself to really deserve that starting shot he got since the injury. Losing him could be vital. Plus, it forces Whitehall to play with one less perimeter man, Gary, because they aren't replacing a guard with a guard. They're replacing with Jamie Brett's inside.
Jamie Brett's a real key to this ball club simply because he is there on the bench when you do have a problem with your starting five, and he'll come in and play tonight. Whitehall coming off a very good independent win, Dick. They beat Coatesville Saturday night. Absolutely
great, and it was a Whitehall win out of the past, Gary. A Whitehall traditional win where they wanted on the foul line. They let the other team run up and down because they had the horses to do so, and they just stood there, went to the foul line, played good, solid basketball. It would be a great pre-district game or pre-tournament game for the Zepps to get under their belt, and they did it positively.
One final question, Dick. I would assume that the Whitehall defense tonight's going to have to come out a little bit because Northampton shoots so many threes. What effect does that have in making the defense not quite as strong?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think they'll lose much on defense here because Northampton is not noted for an inside game guard. You bring the match out, and now you dump it inside. Well, Northampton really hasn't gone to Smith or hasn't gone to the inside game that people would expect if you extend the defense. So I really don't know. I think Whitehall will come out. I think they will try to stop that three.
All right, the Northampton Concrete Kids come into this ball game. And basically a must-win situation, Dan. They find themselves now in the middle of the pack. You want to finish sixth in this league to get into the tournament. And right now they're tied with Deeriff, who playing a tough game tonight against Allen. And they're tied with Phillipsburg, playing a tough game tonight against Easton. So this one really, they've got to win one of these big ball games against a team they shouldn't beat.
There's no question, Gary. This game is more significant to the Concrete Kids than it is to the Whitehall Zephyrs. Coach Pfahler is expecting to beat Coach Hassler tonight. He feels after going over to Whitehall and actually losing at the buzzer. Matty Moore had a three-pointer that would not fall. If that goes in, they beat Whitehall at the buzzer. They outplayed Whitehall for 3.5 quarters. It came down to the last 2 minutes. They couldn't hold the ball. The shot selection was questionable. Whitehall took advantage. Northampton lost. But tonight, they're in the Kid Dome where they can light it up. They could shoot. And there's some important keys that we should talk about.
All right, let's take a look at the starters for Northampton. And one of the keys, obviously, for this ball club is not always how well they shoot the three and how well they play offense. Tonight it might very well be how well they can control the ball game defensively.
Well, the key to that game over at Whitehall was Rich Seaman. He played an outstanding defensive job on Lisicki. Lisicki wasn't a factor until the last quarter, and when he took charge, Whitehall wins the game. Tonight, you're probably going to see a defensive switch with Smith, the soccer player, trying to guard Lisicki because Coach Pfahler felt that even though Seaman did an outstanding job, Lisicki was still able to shoot the J over top. The question in that matchup is, will Lisicki's quickness take off against Smith? Can Smith stay with the jab step, stay with the crossover dribble, and still get a hand in his face?
There is an old adage in high school basketball that you live and die by the jump shot. I don't think it's any more true than the way the Northampton Concrete Kids play the basketball game.
Matty Moore, Soltis, Seaman, even Hafner once in a while, Smith, they will feel very free, very liberal to take that three-pointer. Like we discussed with Coach Pfahler, there isn't a ball player in this league that wouldn't like to play this type of basketball.
All right, we've got Northampton against Whitehall, a real contrast in basketball teams here tonight. Got a couple of contrasts to my right and my left. It should be an interesting evening. Stay with us. We'll be back with tip-off right after this timeout.
doing here at ABE Car Care Center?
Well, I'm going to get a new muffler and a state inspection. Boy, these guys do good work, and they don't charge nearly as much as some of these other guys do.
Well, it's about time you realize that. You're such a winner, Fitz, and besides that, you're cheap.
What do you mean, cheap?
Well, I heard you got short arms and deep pockets.
Well, the way that you fill out those pants, you can't even get your hands in your pockets.
Car Care Plus at ABE Car Care Centers.
The Money Store is opening the door on our best rates ever. To kick off our 25th anniversary, we want to help homeowners by providing $250 million in low fixed rate home equity loans. Be among the first 25,000 homeowners nationwide to qualify, and you can take advantage of our best rates ever. Call the Money Store right now. 1-800-LOAN-YES. The Money Store, where America goes for money.
Let's see, what's on TV tonight?
Could this be the most fun you have with your TV on? TNT's All-Star Saturday, the NBA's best. Look back, look sharp, and look to the skies.
Oh, yes.
All-Star Saturday, February 8th on TNT.
This Valentine's night, stay home and I'll bring the party to you.
Rod Stewart.
See you tonight.
February 14th, live on pay-per-view. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Wake up, Maggie.
From the Universal Amphitheater in Los Angeles, straight to you and your home. Rod Stewart live.
I'll see you on Valentine's night on pay-per-view.
Give your Valentine a special treat. Order Rod Stewart Live on Viewer's Choice.
We welcome you back to the Kid Dome here in Northampton, as we will have the introduction of the starting lineups. It'll be Whitehall introduced first, and of course they will not come out. So let's give you that lineup again. At number 21 is Jeff Clark, a 6-foot senior, 4 points a ball game. 33 is Pete Lisicki, a 6'3" sophomore, averaging 16 points a ball game. Filling in for Chad Cusco is number 41, James Bretz, a 6'1" senior, averaging 4 points a game. Number 45 is Matt Zoke, a 5'11" junior. He's averaging 8 points a ball game. And 51 is Steve Jones, a 6'5" senior, averaging 11 points a ball game. Whitehall coached by Ron Hassler. Ron is in his 9th year as the head coach. His assistants are Carl Case, Jerry Radoka, Dennis Lobb. 13-6 on the year. They're 11-4 in the East Penn Conference. Whitehall at the moment finds themselves in 4th place in the EPC. For Northampton, number 12, Scott Soltis. They're not coming out either. 5'7" senior, 9.2 a game. 21 is the leading scorer in the ball club. That's Matt Moore, a 5'8" senior, 17.8. He is rewriting the record book in the East Penn Conference in 3-point field goals. Number 25 is Trevor Hafner, 6'5" junior, 6.3 points per ball game. Number 30, Mark Smith, 6'4" senior, 9.7 points a ball game. 32 is Rich Seaman, 5'11" junior, 11.8 points per ball game. Northampton coached by Bob Failer in his 2nd year as the head coach. Blair Schwepfinger and Joe Kowalczyk are his assistant coaches. They are overall 7-12 on the year, 6-9 in the EPC, currently right on the bubble, as they say. Gary Spangler on the left, Tim Bortz on the right, our officials. Jim Lindemoyer giving us the Northampton statistics. Ed Beidelman taking care of the Whitehall statistics for us. We're ready to jump center. I'm Gary Laubach, Dick Tracy, Dan Marakovitz, here tonight to help you call the ball game. And it's going to be Whitehall basketball. And Dick, we expect to see a man-to-man here early by Northampton.
I'm sure we will see it, Gary. Just wondering, how far they're going to extend and if that's going to open it up inside to Jones, because Jones has been having a field day in that paint area. Bretz is a paint player also in there for Cusco.
You get a jump shot out of Lisicki that does not go. But Matt Zoke follows the shot up and in. Whitehall's on the board early. They lead by a 2-0 score, 7.5 minutes, as 30 seconds have gone by before the first bucket. Nice pass down inside. It's a layup that will not fall for Seaman. Good pass by Mark Smith. Northampton does not take advantage.
The two advantages, of course, that Northampton could have had, Guy. One, they got the tap, weren't able to secure the ball, and now the missed layup. You are not going to be able to give too many of those away against a team like Whitehall.
Boy,
that's why.
Lisicki gets another good, wide-open 17-foot jump shot. Dick, somebody better get on him. He'll score about 50 tonight from that spot. Lisicky looks a lot bigger to us tonight now that we're down here on the floor than he does over at Whitehall from up top.
Gary, take a look at those legs. That young man has really long legs. I'll tell you, he's going to blossom out 6'4".
Rich Seaman jump shot doesn't go. This is Bretz. Bretz drops the ball off. Again, an open shot by Zoke. He decides not to take it. Gives the ball back to Clock, and Clock will get things started. Trying to open things up on the inside. There's Lisicky. He's working against number 30, Mark Smith. Lisicky, that shot will not go. No foul called as going over the top looked like it might have been Brett's. Rebound controlled by Smith. Northampton quickly down the floor. They lose the basketball.
That's 3 early turnovers, Gary. Really hurt them. All 3 possible scores.
All right. Crowd mic a little loud, it appears. They might turn that down just a little bit as the jump shot taken by Steve Jones is blocked inside. And we have with the basketball Scott Soltis, and oddly enough, Dick, Northampton hasn't taken a 3-point shot yet.
No, they haven't, but that's because they've been able to get it all inside, Gary. There even is a medium jumper, you know. I'll tell you, Whitehall, you get down at this level, Gary, with a great look at their defense. And all they're doing so far is just extending the match just a little bit to the men who are in the ball receiving area.
Way outside, Lisicky for 3, that won't go. Rebound controlled inside by 25, Hafner. The shooting has not been good here early on. This is the way Northampton started the last time we were in this gymnasium against Allen. Down the lane, there's a nice drive and a layup up and in by Smith.
I'll tell you, the Zephyr staff's going to be a little disappointed in the defense that time, Gary. Very, very little defense as he drove that lane. Northampton evidently went to the tapes or did some scouting, Gary, and maybe they're deciding we're going to play a little bit inside.
Matt Zoke had a height advantage over Soltis, but he couldn't get the ball to fall. And it's 4-2 in what has been a rather poor offensive night so far for both ball clubs. Then we're going to get a basket on the inside by Hafner. Our first foul of the ball game is going to be called against Steve Jones.
Boy, now I wish I would have, but we're going to get Leshko right away. Now I wish Garrett had been in that Northampton locker room, see if they talked inside.
Did good position that
Fended
time
him
by
off
Hafner.
very, very nicely with that left arm. Just held him off nicely, pinned him, got the shot he wanted, possible 3-point play. Northampton, Gary, looking to put their 5th point on the board, and would you believe everything came in the paint so far?
I was just going to say, they haven't taken anything from outside that circle. The foul shot by Hafner doesn't go. It's going to be Whitehall basketball. No, White basketball is what Timmy Board said. And it'll be taken in by Matt Moore, who has yet to take a shot.
Jones got the quick yank, Gary, and I do not believe it was the foul that had anything to do with it. I think it was a lack of playing a little bit of tough defense.
That's an air ball that will not fall. .434 on the clock. Northampton, a little bit of pressure. They get it to Jamie Bretz. He quickly gets it up the floor. Tried to throw the ball to us, but it was intercepted by Zoke. Danny was ready to shoot.
There's that double stack, Gary. Love to run their men off. Back man on the stack. Oh, he's going to walk.
Travel called against Lisicky. Dan, I'll jump to you here for a quick thought. It appears as if both teams are not playing their normal game plan.
But if you watch closely, Lisicky is getting his shot. He's only 1 for 4, but out of those 4 shots, 3 were good. They just didn't fall.
There's a 3-point shot. That's the Northampton we're used to. That does not fall by Soltis. Dick, Whitehall extending the match?
Oh, only in a strong side, Gary. They're laying off on the other side. 1 pass away, they're up a little, and on the ball, they're up tight.
They're leaving Jamie Bretz alone. We're going to get a jump shot, a 3-pointer that is dropped down to the bottom of the hole by Jeff Clock.
Boy, there's a release after that. Gary, that's the 5th inside turnover Northampton has had. They just tried to go the length of the court after a basket on 1 pass. It's going to be possession up the other end.
Dick, interestingly enough, we talk about Northampton, all the threes they shoot, but Whitehall is an outstanding 3-point field goal team, too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put a lock on some of those. I'll tell you, Zoke has been playing so well for Whitehall, inside and outside. That last pass was deflected, Gary. That's why it was a Northampton possession.
That's Smith on about an 18-footer. He puts it down the bottom. Smith has 4. It's a 7-6 Whitehall lead. Jamie Bretz not looking to shoot at all. And Clock, as he often does, will start the entire sequence again. Tim Bortz calls another travel.
That's funny. Whitehall got the turnover at the top of the key, and Northampton has the turnovers at the bottom of the key. You think it would be vice versa.
Yeah. Ronnie Hassler, as you noticed, was not crazy about the call. Almost slapped away. Smith does control. Smith, of course, with good hands. He was the goalkeeper for the soccer team. There's a Matt Moore throw that goes up and in. Matt just looking for the foul and didn't get it and got the field goal anyway. Some guys have a knack for finding the basket. He's one of them.
Good defense. Good trap.
Moore for three. Way outside, won't go. Bretts. 8-7, the Concrete Kids are on top, I think, for the first time in the ball game. This is Clock looking for a screen from Jones. Decides to go the other way. Runs into some defense. Pretty good defense it was by Hafner.
That's what they're going to do. Step out with that bottom man.
No harm, no foul, say the officials, as the shot does not fall for Rich Seaman.
Whoa. Gary Spangler leaned over to say something to Bobby Failer.
And vice versa, Dick.
Yeah.
Jones, his first shot of the night. No. Rebound Clock. He'll come back outside. Jones. No. Dick, is it good defense or bad offense?
Well, Gary, he's getting everything he wants in the paint. You know, he's not a primetime player from the past or experience or anything else. Every game is a learning procedure for Steve Jones. And I tell you, every time he gets it is a plus. They're all great plays. You know, you never worry, Gary, about missing the shot. You just thank God that you got the good shot.
Yeah. And under the weather, Chad Cusco comes in the ball game. Here's another look at foul. There's the foul. At the foul line is Trevor Hafner. Not sure who Bortz called the foul on. Might have been on Steve Jones. And Trevor Hafner is now 0 for 2 from the foul line.
You know, with Northampton's ability to shoot the three, Gary, their size sometimes go unnoticed. You know, you're talking 6'4", 6'4", or maybe even 1'6'5" in there.
Well, Hafner, the only one to be at the foul line tonight. He's now 1 for 3. Lisicki, he's about due, 14-footer. That won't go. Lisicki's going to get a foul call. He went over the top, did Pete, the sophomore. His first foul of the ball game. It's the third team foul against Whitehall.
Going to get another Zephyr sub, Gary.
Coming in will be Keith Giannicola. Keith is a 5'10" junior, as Lisicki will sit down. And Ron will have a few words for him, and he won't sit very long.
Well, that's twice now. Ronnie has taken kids out, prime kids, to talk to them, Gary, about something going on in the court. Hey, sometimes a break is the best thing you can get them.
We're going the other way. I think we have a foul on Hafner. No, just knocked out of bounds. Smith missed the jump shot.
Here's that Northampton pressure again on the ball. 1-2-1-1. They float that middleman.
9-7 kids. There's the double team. Fighting through it rather nicely was Cusco. We got a little 10-foot jump shot that won't fall for Giannicola. Rebound is controlled by Gilliard. It is Rick Gilliard. Back outside. Soltis drops it off. That is Gilliard, number 22. Jones on the turnover. And this is where Whitehall very often holds for a final shot.
And I'll tell you, with Lisicki out, that just might be the thing, although I didn't see the signal from the bench. They're still playing.
A lot of screens being set in the paint. They'll come back outside with Clock. Clock will get everything going. Whitehall, as we said, with a good win over Coatesville on Saturday night. One of those good ball games you like to play before you head into East Penn Conference tournament action. That's in a couple of weeks. We'll have all 10 games for you, the girls and the boys, till we crown champions on Friday night in both girls and boys basketball in the East Penn Conference. Patriot League tournament will have basketball for you Saturday and Sunday live from the Patriot League, as well as our district coverage. There's a nice jump shot by Cusco at the buzzer. How often do you see that out of Whitehall? We are tied at 9-9 at the end of one quarter of basketball, we know you're going to stay with us.
Appreciate you taking care of this extra paperwork.
It really means a lot to know you have such caring and considerate people working for you.
Heartfelt comments from just 2 of our satisfied customers. For healthcare at home, many choose Hartzell's Pharmacy and Home Healthcare. We offer care and attention in your home by providing one-stop shopping for your pharmacy and home equipment needs. Just call for a free pamphlet listing our services. Whenever you have a need for home medical equipment and pharmacy services, request Hartzell's. You can talk to us.
Home lasting beauty with a genuine overhead door. We offer a magnificent selection of quality garage doors and automatic opener systems designed with the discriminating homeowner in mind. Professionally installed, durable, and attractive, a new door and opener from Overhead Door will enhance the value and appearance of your home for years to come.
Look for the ribbon, look for the name, the original Overhead Door.
Call Overhead Door Company of Allentown at 432-8221.
Are you ready for the best deal on cable TV? Order Prism this month, and you get 2 free tickets to a Sixers game.
With Prism, you get exclusive coverage of over 60 76er games.
Add that to the great Prism movies, and it's like getting 2 channels for the price of 1.
With free tickets, you can come see a game.
With Prism, you can see a lot of games, plus all the great Prism movies and Flyers hockey.
What's hockey?
Hurry, this offer ends soon. Order Prism now.
Cleaning out your unwanted items creates a new problem. What to do with the waste? Let Mars Disposal Service be the solution. Hard to dispose of items such as appliances, car parts, furniture, and yard waste are no problem. No job is too large or too small. They'll take care of just about anything, except they will not take care of your ex-spouse. Call Mars Disposal Service at 262-9021. First quarter of basketball, Dan, we certainly have not decided anything. A little bit surprised about the patience of Northampton in this one.
Well, the remarkable thing about this quarter, it appeared that offensively Whitehall outplayed Northampton, but if you look up at the scoreboard and take away that last 2-point shot by Whitehall, Northampton could actually be ahead, even though I felt Whitehall outplayed the kids the first quarter.
Dick, Whitehall shooting only 27% against man-to-man defense is highly unusual.
Yeah, plus the fact, Gary, he sat 2 starters. You know, he wanted to chat with them both times, and that could affect the shooting outcome. But again, you know, typical Whitehall, last shot, you know, playing for the tie. Kusko comes in off the bench and just nails it all net.
Jump shot out of the corner won't fall for Seaman. Northampton in the first quarter, they shot 31%. They were 4 for 13. Whitehall, 4 for 15. Clock as they go to a double high post offense.
And that's a switch we talked about that they want to do.
Down inside, that works to perfection. There's the foul and the shot. Clock gets the basket, his 5th point of the ball game. Gary Spengler has a foul. It's going to be on 25, Trevor Hafner, the first Northampton foul of the game.
If you're going to switch against that stack offense, you better be able to jump switch back in a hurry.
Dick, talk about where that switch should have occurred.
Right there. Right now, look at it. You know, either retain the man all the way, Gary, or get your switch back.
You certainly aren't going to get hurt as much outside as they did inside.
They'd like to get the switch back again, or otherwise you'd have a big against a little, a mismatch.
Matty Moore tried to go inside that time, trying to get it down to Doug Fano, who's in the ball game, number 31. Lisicki jumper, yeah.
Boy, great pass. Great passing, I must say.
Lisicki against Coatesville on Saturday night had 25 points. I think, Dick, that was 25 of 43, I believe. Way outside. Soltis for 3, the first 3 of the ball game for Northampton.
Yeah, now if the Zephyrs are going to forge and play, as Danny said, the more noticeable brand of offensive basketball, Gary, they're going to have to do something not to let Northampton in. In other words, Whitehall's plan right now would be to pull away gradually. Pull away hoop by hoop, maybe 4 to 6, something like that. But then you cannot let that 3 let them back in.
Northampton getting a lot of fresh legs into the ball game. Brett Stout in there, a 5'7" sophomore. He replaces Soltis. There's a good defensive play. That play by Rich Seaman. Jump shot out of the corner, won't go for Seaman. He tries to get the basketball. It's kicked back court. There's a hustle. Stout against Lisicki. Stout gets it. Stout gets rid of it. Good hustle.
No walk. As long as he doesn't get up, he didn't establish anything. Good call, Tim.
That looks like a usual Northampton shot. Matt Moore has a go off the back of the iron.
They had 2 guys back on defense yet, guys. Wow.
Matt's going to get the ball wet. That was almost from the shower room.
I don't think Brett Stout was off the floor yet from the pass.
They don't take a long time. Nice move by Jones.
Great
Better
move.
defense or a foul? Foul on Halfman. Standings in the East Penn Conference coming into the night. It appears as if Easton, Allen Central, and Whitehall, along with Parkland, have already locked up the first 5 spots. And that leaves spot number 6 available. Phillipsburg, Deerhoff, Northampton, all at 6 and 9. Freedom at 5 and 10. Liberty and Becca at 4 and 11. Liberty and Freedom are playing each other tonight. Dick, I would say if Liberty loses that one, they're out of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, they can still cause some damage. That's what some teams are looking to do. You know, extend that season at least in their minds if they're not going to get in any playoff situation. You know, I'm thinking the worst scenario, Gary. You know, you're talking about a 4-way tie with a 6 spot. Let's go to the 18th tiebreaker.
Yeah, right.
Something.
I think that's most takedowns.
Oh.
Steve Jones, 1 out of 2 from the foul line. Steve Jones is not the best foul shooter in the world at 42%. Another Northampton turnover. 15-12, Whitehall. Jones wants to go to work, won't go. Jones, rebound, off his foot, out of bounds.
Sometimes you get those nights, Gary. It won't go in.
This so far has been an offensive nightmare for both these teams.
You know, being a perimeter team, Gary, and whipping the ball around as much as they do, the Northampton turnovers surprised me a little bit. The ease with which the Zephyrs are getting them, of course, that could be attributed to good defense, too.
There's a nice pass inside from Moore.
That's a great play.
Fainal. Fainal is the recipient of the good Matt Moore pass.
Boy, Bobby Thaler utilizes his bench extremely well.
Matt, of course, gets so much publicity for all the threes that he has put in his career. People have a tendency to neglect his ability to handle the ball and pass the ball as well as he does. Lisicki wants to go one-on-one. That's not too shabby.
Wow, right-hand drive, left-hand scoop. That was off the old 3-man weave, by the way. All it did is open the middle.
I think I'm being quite honest when I say Lisicki never looked as big as he does look tonight to me.
That's true. I'll tell you, you look at the Whitehall kids, they look nice and leggy.
There's Matt Zook from Lisicki. All of a sudden, we may be looking at a Northampton timeout. No. Bobby Thaler says, let's get it up the floor. Matt Moore says, I'm going to take it. Lisicki blocks it. We'll go the other way. Lisicki one-on-one, almost loses the ball. Take a little jumper. Won't go. Foul Lisicki.
Got him on it. Not a smart play, son. Going to get Giannicola probably for Lisicki again.
Lisicki will sit down. Dan, this is now the tempo we expected.
Well, Lisicki just went after a frustrated miss and got his second foul. He did that in the first quarter, same type of play. But Northampton definitely wants to up tempo, and they're starting to find their rhythm a little bit, even though they're down by 5.
Well, 5 is not much to the Northampton basketball team. We saw a swing of about 50 points in the Allen Northampton game going both ways. There's Smith inside. Nice play. Dick, he's one of the better inside-outside players in the league.
I like him. I really do. He knows what to do with the ball and where to do it from. Go the other way. Let's see what the call is.
Well, that's about as offensive as you can get. Jeff Clark.
Even I made that call. Lisicki back.
I don't know whether we're going to get another look at it. We could put this one, Dick, into an official's training film.
Put it in the manual.
Offensive foul. This is what's called establishing position.
Well done.
19-16. That means Northampton can tie it on this possession. They're down 3. There's Smith. 20 is Jerry Maletics, a 5'7" junior. A lot of people in the lineup for Northampton. That shot from the outside, it is a 3 by Scott Soltis, his second 3 of the ball game. We're tied at 19-19. Matt Zook, no. Zook back, no. Zook, I think, is fouled. He is going to be fouled. And we'll check the number. 32 is the call. Foul is going to be on Rich Seaman, his first.
You know, Gary, I viewed this thing now for 13 minutes. I'm not sure if Northampton went up-tempo. I really am not. They play a 2-point game over at Whitehall, you know, an even game. Just maybe, Bobby, you say, hey, play even with them as long as we can, then save that up-tempo, that three-land and that go-go-go style to the end if we need it, which might be a real great game plan, because I am most impressed the way they're dipping it inside.
I think an interesting sidelight here is Matt Moore, whose father Ross was an outstanding athlete, and Matt Zoke, whose father also was an outstanding athlete. And I know Matt's father's here. I don't know if Ross is here.
Yeah, Ross is over there in the corner with Keats Greller.
Oh, all right, there he is. Way outside. That jump shot won't fall for Seaman, but there's the follow-up by Smith again.
I'll tell you, in a close game, an even game, which is what you have here, Gary, you just love those opportunity baskets.
And Smith has been very opportunistic. There's Pete Lisicki. He has 8. All of a sudden, they've found the bottom of the hole. And the points are starting to rack up rather quickly. Jump shot out of the corner. That won't fall. Attempted by Seaman.
You know, Pete showed me something on that last basket, Gary, a quality that you really don't see often in high school player. The ability to shoot on the run, off the dribble. The best I've ever seen in the Lehigh Valley was Billy McCaffrey. He could do that so well. I think that's the hardest thing in basketball.
Wonder how Billy's coping with his red shirt year, waiting out a season.
Well, he's run out in suit and ties on that sideline, probably doing a coaching.
Again, Seaman can't hit the jump shot from the wing. Jones is there to pick up the rebound. Matt Moore is going to come back into the ball game. So is Gilliard. Lisicki made it look easy, won't go. Rebound, won't follow up, won't go. We've got a jump ball. Whitehall basketball.
Down about the 137 mark as we get the 2 Northampton subs in there. Boy, he gets playing time for everybody. Let's see if the Zephyrs try to score off the possession guy. Look for the return pass to Lisicki. It's probably one of their favorite plays. Oh, Zoke wide open.
Oh, wide open. And he does not get the ball on the glass the way you would like. And that forces a foul, I think, against Jones.
Beautiful cross call. Sometimes you catch a defensive team in a man-to-man, Gary, turning their back on an out-of-bounds play. We're going to get Leshko checking back in for Jones.
Leshko does come into the ball game. Mark is 6'7" and a junior, 55. Here you'll get a look at the foul. There it is, over the top, called against Jones. Matty Moore, 17-footer, no. Rebound, controlled by Zoke, and Zoke's on the move. Back outside, it'll be started and set up by Giannicola.
You know, Northampton adding a dimension there, Gary. The jump switch and then the double. The only trouble is that leaves a man open.
Lisicki for 3. He looked down, saw where his toes were, and shot the straight-up jump shot. 26-21, Whitehall. Mark Smith down the lane. Smith's going to get a foul on Lisicki, and that's his 3rd, Dick.
Ooh. Well, he has to sit. Has to sit for the last 52 seconds.
He's picked up a couple of cheap frustration fouls early, as Dan pointed out. And that one there was just not a good defensive foul either. He got caught kind of reaching and leaning.
Yeah, you call those demeanor fouls, Gary. You know, most of the time you'll inherit those after a missed shot or something. But Pete just drilled a 3. You know, maybe he was mad because the guy got offensive position on him.
In a girls' game, are those misdemeanor fouls?
Oh, you got it. See, you're sharp.
Mark Smith, he's had a good first half of basketball. Mark with 9 points in the ball game. 26-22. Northampton, as they often are right there. And they normally are right there down to the final minute of a ball game. They've got to be the most exciting 6 and 9 team around. Off the hands of Mark Leshko. Not a bad pass. Mark just couldn't handle it.
I think if Matt had that one back, Gary, tried to get a better angle. What it was is straight in, and the Northampton defender actually clouded the pass a little bit.
And it looks like Northampton will play for 1. Well, Dick, they really are standing about where they normally shoot from.
Well, he's not spreading those inside men, Gary, so they really haven't gone to a four-cornered stall. It's going to be tough to drive that middle. Probably put Smith up high. Yeah, look for a high-low situation.
Well, maybe Matt Moore. He's only he only has the following records: most trays in a game at home, 7; most trays in game away, 6; most trays at home, 36 on a season; trays away in a season, 27; most trays in a season, school record 63. He's got about 10 more records as far as three-pointers are concerned. Northampton does not get the field goal to end the first half of basketball. It is a good first half, however, as it's 26 for Whitehall, 23 for Northampton. We'll kind of come back, and a couple of brains here to analyze the first half. Not mine. We'll be back.
Make Whitehall Auto Parts the most important stop for your car. We're a major supplier of foreign and domestic auto and light truck parts and have one of the largest inventories in the Lehigh Valley. We also provide machine shop services and are equipped for complete engine rebuilding. Whitehall Auto Parts stands behind their products. Make your next stop at Whitehall Auto Parts, 2741 MacArthur Road in Whitehall. We're open weekdays 8 to 8, Saturday 8 to 4, and Sunday 9 to 4. Or phone 437-4604.
At last, a place where the entire family can have a great time. Baseball fans, test your skill at hardball or softball, where you hit to an open range. Or take advantage of our baseball instruction program. There's basketball, volleyball, speedball, video games, a children's party area, and a full-service snack bar at the Lehigh Valley's newest and largest family fun center, the Hitter's Edge, located just off MacArthur Road on Eberhart Road, 1 mile north of Route 22.
Viewer's Choice presents TVKO's February Fight of the Month. Merciless Ray Mercer versus Larry Holmes. Mercer's an undefeated heavyweight with 13 KOs. After his vicious knockout of Tommy Morrison, he's in line for the title. But now he faces a legend. Holmes is out to prove he's back as he faces his toughest challenge. One's coming on strong, one's coming back. Power versus Pride, Friday, February 7th, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Live on pay-per-view cable TV.
Viewer's Choice takes you ringside for all the live boxing action.
For a pleasant, no-pressure car buying experience and Chrysler 5-star quality service after the sale, stop at Rearick Dodge in Bath. Let Roger, Joan, or Gary assist you in your next vehicle purchase Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They won't just sell you any car or truck. They'll help you select the right vehicle for you. Easy to find from anywhere in the Lehigh Valley. Just exit Route 22 on the Route 512. Turn right. It's just minutes to Rearick Dodge. Remember, for a clean deal, come to Bath. Come to Rearick Dodge. It's been an interesting first half of basketball. Both teams struggled offensively early on. They sort of got into their rhythm as the first half progressed. Let's take a look at the individual statistics. What we see is that Pete Lisicki had a good first half, but he's got some foul trouble as he has 3 personal fouls. I was impressed with Mark Smith and his ability to put some points on the board. Let's take a look at the team stats. Whitehall and Northampton both shooting about the same. They both had 2 3-point field goals, about the same from the foul line. That's why it's about the same in terms of the score. Dick Tracy, I'm going to put you in the Whitehall locker room now. You've seen the first half of basketball. What are you going to do? Yeah, well, you brought up one interesting point already, Gary, and that was the fact that you're impressed with Smith's inside game. Okay, we got 2 contrasting elements. Moore comes in here with about a 17.8 average, scores 2. So it's almost an outside war between him and Lisicki. Lisicki is double figures. Then you go to the other side, you have Jones waltzing in here with a double-figure average, and Smith, who hasn't been scoring from the inside, scores there tonight. So one of the offensive gains sort of counterbalances the other team's offensive game. The end result, just about even. Now, what's the difference in the game, Swan? The difference in the game, I think, Northampton decided the only kind of real tempo they're going to add is their pressure. They're going to pressure after a score. It's been pretty good. It's been satisfactory. What they must do is, to win this game, Gary, they just got to cut down on, let's call them, senseless turnovers. The turnovers that aren't forced. Because Whitehall, as we know and has been for years, opportunistic.
they'll take advantage of every turnover, every loose ball, every situation which they can. Northampton's playing well. I like their game plan.
All right, Dan Marakovich. Well, Northampton has to feel kind of good about the fact that they have Lisicki in some foul trouble with 3. They also, I think, have played a pretty good first half of basketball in terms of getting back into their rhythm offensively. Put you in the locker room. What things are you talking about in there?
Well, for Northampton to come away with a win here tonight, Gary and Dick, I think Matty Moore and Rich Seaman must contribute more offensively. Dick brought up a good point that even though Matty Moore is not sticking the ball like he's capable of, then you have a guy like Mark Smith come in with some points inside and some points outside. But for Northampton to produce offensively, Moore must find his rhythm and Seaman must contribute and able to overpower the Zephyrs. On the defensive side, it's real scary watching Lisicki play basketball. I know Smith was on him and he did a pretty nice job, but let it be known that Lisicki could get that jump shot against probably anyone in the league. And as Dick pointed out in that first quarter, he could stop on a dime and stick it better than anyone else can in this league. So Bobby Failer must find a way to stop Lisicki, even though he has 3 fouls. And Northampton must find more rhythm offensively to get Moore a better shot, or Moore has to take a better shot. And Seaman certainly has to find his rhythm.
And I must find the ability to get my own microphone. We'll be back at the end of the first half. It's 26-23. We'll have all that second half action for you right after this timeout.
Remember my mom going to Walters Pharmacy? Now I go. Walters fills my prescription needs quickly, and I pay my Bell of PA and UGI bills. When I can't get away, Walters comes to me with free delivery. Walters Pharmacy, making life easier through genuine care since 1937. Walters Pharmacy, 401 North 17th Street in the Allentown Medical Center.
If it's truck or van talking time in your family, we have some very good news. Lehigh Valley Ford will pencil in factory and dealer incentives as high as $4,000 on the F-Series trucks, the world's best-selling trucks, and up to $3,500 on the Aerostar, the just right priced wagon. If you're thinking trucks or vans, put Lehigh Valley Ford on your shopping list. Over 400 cars and trucks at one location, priced from $7,300. Lehigh Valley Ford on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile, a Vinart dealership.
Lizzie had an imaginary playmate.
Oh, Grandma Buns!
But when she grew up...
To us.
And her perfect life fell apart...
Charles?
She didn't get mad. She got Fred.
Drop Dead Fred is this imaginary friend that I had as a child. And he's back.
Drop Dead Fred. With imaginary friends like these, who needs enemies? Drop Dead Fred on Viewer's Choice.
Hi, I'm Charles Tan. Please join us on the Mandarin Chef Chinese Cooking Show.
Join Charles Tang and his Master Chef on The Mandarin Chef, Fridays at 7:30 on Twin County Cable 4.
You are watching the Lehigh Valley's Company of Choice, Twin County Cable 4.
Gary Laubach, Dick Tracy, and Dan Marakovich here this evening. The rest of our schedule, the East Penn Conference this week is going Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We're pretty good at adapting. We're going to go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday ourselves. Parkland against Allen at Parkland Thursday night, preceded by a special Thursday night this week in basketball. Man, I can hear the ratings going sky high now. It'll be repeated Friday night at 9:30 this week in basketball. Saturday, we will have Liberty Becca for you, which may be a critical game for that 6th spot in the East Penn Conference. Sunday, 8 o'clock, we will have the Valley Youth Wrestling Tournament. Scott Barr will be there to call that your way. So we've got a busy week before we really get into a busy week.
Gary, I don't know about the ratings going sky high, but boy, points could be scored high sky that night, huh? Woo.
Can Bob work on a Thursday? I thought his contract strictly said Fridays only. Bob and Dick will be there for this week in basketball. Thursday at 9:30 and Friday at 9:30 for the addicts, those people that watch it every single week. Jump shot out of the corner. That will not fall for Seaman. Rebound controlled by Whitehall. That's set. The Whitehall offense. Clock has the basketball. Going down the left side is Lisicki. On the right side is Zope. Jones is inside, and coming out to get the pass is Kusko. Jones. Well, we know what they talked about, Dick.
Oh, yeah. You know, they said in the first half they were satisfied with Jones's game, no doubt about that. It just wasn't falling. But, boy, they were getting it to him.
Matt Moore for 3, his first 3 of the ball game. It is Soltis, Moore, Hafner, Smith, and Seaman in the ball game. That, we believe, is Matt Moore's 64th of the season. No, that's for the school. That's 64 by Northampton. There's a 3.
I tell you, Northampton showed me some good pressure defense that time, Gary. Simply a matter of not being able to get the loose ball turnover.
Lisicki with 14. 31-26. That shot will not fall for Seaman. Did not look like the best shot in the world. Well, Northampton has not changed defensively, Dick.
Nope, they're going to stay with that.
So Lisicki stays with that.
Boy, they got Smith on him, Gary. And, of course, what that does is bring that defense away from the basket. That's a heck of a big board man to bring out.
Here's a guy who had a good first half working against Jones. Can't quite get it up to the basket. Jones is there to get the rebound. Critical period, I would think, here, Dick, now for Northampton. They're starting to fall down. They're down by 8. A big lead against Whitehall by Whitehall is about 12.
The Northampton staff really on Smith to get on Lisicki.
Whitehall's biggest lead of the game.
The disheartening thing, Gary, is that they've made a lot of semi-difficult shots look easy. 2 threes and an inside post job.
Boy, Northampton having a bad sequence here early on. There's Zoe. Up and in.
That's a quick 10 points, guys.
And that is a very quick and early timeout. Not a good sequence here in the first 2.5 minutes by Northampton. Bobby Failer wants to talk about that. It's 38-26 Whitehall. Stay with us. We'll be back.
We really view ourselves as a full-service dealership. We have a body shop. We have $1 million parts department. We have a full reconditioning center. We can service your car no matter what it needs. We only employ the best technicians, and our people have the tools, the product knowledge, and the training to give you the very best service possible. And you can get all that quality with really not having to spend any more money, and that's the bottom line.
Lasting beauty with a genuine overhead door. We offer a magnificent selection of quality garage doors and automatic opener systems designed with the discriminating homeowner in mind. Professionally installed, durable, and attractive, a new door and opener from Overhead Door will enhance the value and appearance of your home for years to come.
Look for the ribbon, look for the name, the original Overhead Door.
Call Overhead Door Company of Allentown at 432-8221.
We are looking at Bob Failer's huddle. And, Dick, exactly what you don't want. Very often in a ball game, the first couple minutes of the second half are the most critical moments.
You know, if you took a poll of coaches, Gary, they would say that the first half of the third quarter is the most critical time of the game, even more critical than the end of the game. I'm not smart enough to figure out why that is, but I do know they would feel that way. I think it's because of the... See, when you start a game, at least you're out there relaxing before you shoot. But, boy, when you come out at halftime, horn goes off and you have to be ready to play.
And Whitehall came out hot, so it's a double whammy here against Northampton. They're cold. Whitehall isn't. That's so. Northampton 1 for 5 shooting. The good news, it was a 3-point field goal, but they're now down by 14 points. Seaman, he has been cold. No.
Combination defense, Gary. Might be a triangle. You got Kusko on Moore. And I believe you got somebody on Lisicki.
Rich Seaman's had a tough night as he has not put any points on the board. And he right now is a rather distraught Concrete Kid as Gilliard comes in to replace him. And boy, that one's dropped by Scott Soltis. His third. Boy, Dick, he was about 5 steps beyond the line.
I thought he was the sub that came in off the bench, guy.
40-29. They can get healthy quickly, though. Don't turn
Oh,
the
yeah.
sets
See,
off.
that's what's nice about this offense.
Jones, no. Rebound. We're going to get a foul. It's going to be over the top, I believe, against Whitehall. We'll see what Gary Spangler says. Gary says 35, Chad Kusko is first.
I'll tell you, Northampton doesn't mind that Whitehall offense. You know, Jones outside, perimeter shot, gets a big man away from the board.
4:30, third period. Whitehall by 11, maybe 9. Foul. It's going to be on Zoke. Or Kusko. No, it is Zoke. Zoke's first, team second. And that will bring Jamie Bretz in. And I know Ron Hassler does not like those kinds of fouls, and that is why Zoke is headed to talk to him.
I'm still trying to figure out the other Whitehall man that's defensively. It's not Lisicki. I saw him playing the wing. Could be Clark that are involved on the man-to-man status of this combo defense.
It's Doug Fainel who's at the foul line, and Doug cannot get the ball to fall. Northampton 3 out of 6 from the foul line. Last time they played, Dick, they played a 2-man zone and a 3-man man-to-man. Did Northampton. Well, that doesn't help the Concrete Kids situation. They continue to trail by 11. Looking for Jones, back outside Lisicki. He'll probably take this one 15 feet away. There's the roll.
Boy, he is rubbing off that screen. Jones came early that time, Gary. He got a great inside screen. Kusko wanted to get it to him, but he came a little bit early.
That's the shooter's roll. Lisicki certainly is a shooter. Down inside. And Whitehall right now in a match and 1, Dick.
Yep.
There's a follow-up. Nice follow-up by Gilliard. Right now, Matt Moore is being played man-to-man. Everybody else is being matched up. Turnover by Whitehall. Soltis down the lane. Nobody touches him. Yes, they did. There's a foul. Lisicki's 4th.
Want to get Zoke, Gary.
Boy, Lisicki having a good offensive game, but Dickey's not having a good defensive game.
Well, and it's bothering him psychologically more than it is the number he's putting up defensively. You know, and that's the thing you must shake, Gary. You certainly can't, and a good ball player will not, and Pete eventually will not either. Let that bother you.
Dick, someone of Pete's caliber and talent just simply cannot allow himself to pick up that foul.
Well, see, 2 years, Gary, 2 more years you're talking, and a little bit less than a half this year. I do not think, and I don't care how many fouls he has, that Pete Lisicki would ever foul out of the game. He's too smart.
There's a foul, probably a good one. Jones had himself a layup. Foul's going to be called on Doug Fainel, his first. That's the first of the team in the second half. Dick, I still can recall Central Catholic coming back in a state championship ball game, and Billy McCaffrey at the most critical point picks up foul number 5, and that was the ball game at that point, and you just cannot do that.
And the thing that most people don't remember, Guy, what kind of foul it was a reach foul around the back, which you know, half the time you don't get even whistled for, so why would you ever even try it?
Well, if Northampton's going to put anybody on the line, they'll put the starter who has the lowest shooting average, and that is Stevie Jones, only 42% from the foul line. He has struggled there all year long. Steve, 2 for 4. 320, 43-33. Jump shot, Fainel, no. That was Gilliard, check it.
Yeah, Whitehall just lines up box Gary, and then they match from there. Smart defense.
Gilliard says, don't give me another opportunity, I'll burn you, and that's what he does.
Well, we had that lefty at camp, Gary. He can shoot.
Zoke on the move. They're going to have to play the rest of this quarter, one would think, without Pete Lisicki. And that takes away a lot of your offensive ability. There's a nice move by Jones. Boy, that was fluid, Dick.
You bet.
That shot looked easy. Fainel couldn't get it to fall. Good help from the fans behind us. They warned Matt Zook about the defense.
That's Texas A&M's 12th man, huh?
Is that allowed?
Oh, yeah.
Legal? Jones again.
That's just an even up deal on the way court guy.
Gilliard, no.
Boy, they like that outlet pass.
I bet we got a shot here. Soltis, no. Fainal, no. Whitehall the other way. Appeared as if Northampton got their rhythm back. Now it appears as if they're struggling again.
Now Whitehall will go more to the ball handling control thing, Gary, and that'll bring Giannicola in, probably for Bretts.
Well,
maybe even for Jones.
More time they can take off the clock with Lisicki on the bench certainly is to their benefit. That's an air ball out of the side by Cusco. Matt Moore for 3.
Well, they got it back under 10.
Dick, I don't know if my stats are right, but I just had that as the first Whitehall miss of the third period.
Is that right?
Yeah. I had them for 9 in a row. Now they missed 2 in a row.
I don't know if Coach Hassler wants that one that quick, Gary.
47-38. They got it under 10. Maybe they can get it to 6. No.
See, there you got a good look at it, Gary. When you bring Smith outside, you saw 4 Maroons simply circle that rebound. It wasn't even contested.
Smith, the only big man in the lineup right now for Northampton. Whitehall's playing for a last shot. Giannicola.
Giannicola was for Cusco, Gary. He's also ill and got a little pop on the lip, too. So they want to rest him probably for that 4th quarter.
Whitehall up by 9. 38 seconds on the clock.
This is not the old 4-corner pattern, Gary. They like to take passer through low.
Whitehall fans think that they may have seen a foul. 15 seconds.
Now Jones moves out. Now they open it up, Gary. Little screen across.
There it is.
Yep.
Jump shot is way short by Giannicola. As the horn goes off, Whitehall with a good third period. They lead Northampton 47-38. Stay with us. We'll be back.
The Money Store is opening the door on our best rates ever. To kick off our 25th anniversary, we want to help homeowners by providing $250 million in low fixed rate home equity loans. Be among the first 25,000 homeowners nationwide to qualify, and you can take advantage of our best rates ever. Call the Money Store right now. 1-800-LOAN-YES, the Money Store, where America goes for money.
All-Star Sporting Goods offers the area's finest selection of athletic supplies and equipment. We're known for being the #1 team equipment specialists and in providing you with only the best in custom uniforms, sporting goods supplies, athletic footwear, and custom high school jackets for any area high school. We feature the most complete line of baseball equipment and athletic medical supplies, plus expert screen printing provided on the premises. Don't settle for second best. Get your Booster Club businesses and Little Leagues into All-Star Sporting Goods at 1222 Main Street, Northampton.
Hi, this is
Aaron Okino,
Jim Loftus, Pat Cassidy, Joe Long, and Jerry Long, reminding you to watch the Sturdy Beggars Comedy Show.
Watch the Sturdy Beggars Comedy Show at its new and improved time, Sundays at 10:30 on Cable 4.
You are watching the Lehigh Valley's Company of Choice, Twin County Cable 4.
For a pleasant, no-pressure car buying experience and Chrysler 5-star quality service after the sale, stop at Rarick Dodge in Bath. Let Roger, Joan, or Gary assist you in your next vehicle purchase Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They won't just sell you any car or truck. They'll help you select the right vehicle for you. Easy to find from anywhere in the Lehigh Valley. Just exit Route 22 onto Route 512 and turn right. It's just minutes to Rarick Dodge. Remember, for a clean deal, come to Bath. Come to Rarick Dodge. Dan Marakovitz, as we take a look at Jim Lindenmoyer, who again has helped us with a plethora of stats. Northampton doing what a lot of teams against Whitehall face, and that's the frustration of just not being able to get it going.
Crazy lefty.
Well, what was nice about the Whitehall's third quarter, Gary, they played smart. Lisicky led the charge with 2 3-pointers to start the half, and then they went into Jones 2 or 3 times inside, and he was very effective from the paint as Whitehall opened a 12-point lead. But a 9-point lead, as we're well aware of, is not a big lead is not a big deficit for Northampton. Just like Matty Moore hit that shot, they can come back rather quickly.
They are back to within 8, 49-41, as a Lisicky jumper is matched by a 3-pointer from Matt Moore. Lisicky again. Oh my! Pete Lisicky.
Well, most people are going to look at the shot, Gary, and say, great. You know the greatest thing? How he balanced himself in the air. How he held himself and was able to even get a shot off. That was a very veteran play.
Dick, it appears that by design, Pete Lisicky is shooting more than we saw him shoot earlier in the season.
Yeah. You know, you've gone to the inside game, Gary. You got a couple pin and sealed, but they didn't fall. Pete, I think, is taking a lot of upon himself, too. I'm sure he has a green light.
He now has 24 points in the ballgame. Of course, I think it doesn't hurt to look at a man-to-man instead of some special defenses.
Absolutely. There's a runner.
Rich Seaman gets on the board, but what Dick said was a good running shot. Foul. Foul's going to be on Seaman. Second. Team's third, I believe. Not what you would call a popular call.
No. Whitehall is one of the better teams around, Gary, protecting the ball against that double. They go into the crouch to hug it, and they also dribble through a double so well.
Whitehall by 9. Whitehall will be very patient now with a 9-point lead.
Oh, got a mismatch. Caught him in a switch, Gary.
Way outside. That jump shot is good by Seaman, so he's warming up. Northampton has to play Central and Parkland the rest of the week. That's an easy schedule, huh? Especially when you're fighting for a playoff spot.
Let's see, you need 70 against one team and 65 against the other.
Well, you know, Dick, Bobby Failer put it so well. He said, if we can't beat one of those teams, we don't belong in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, that's good philosophy.
Stolen by Seaman. He's got Matt Moore to his right. Oh,
nice pass.
Nice play.
What a thread. Boys, he picked his game up.
54-47 off the leg.
Good call.
It's going the other way.
Good D.
Good hustle by Fainal.
Boy, he did hustle his guts off. Boy, he knew it, too. He let Mr. Boards know it. Timmy caught it. Great call.
Ronnie Hassler wanted a timeout. Didn't get it. Matt Moore. Block shot. Zoke. Check it. That was Seaman with the shot. Now, Whitehall will call a timeout. Ron Hassler says, get over here. I want to talk to you. 54-47, Whitehall. My director, Mike Trombetta, screams call for break. We'll be right back.
You've had an automobile accident and you need the Fender dentist now. Supreme Auto Body will tow your car free. You'll get a free estimate of repairs by one of our staff of licensed auto appraisers. Supreme can also provide you immediately with a rental car while your car is being repaired. Supreme deals directly with all insurance companies to give you hassle-free service and a written warranty. The work is done quickly and professionally by the Supreme team, who is celebrating 60 years of automotive excellence. Trust your car to Mike Fonzone, the Fender dentist at Supreme Auto Body. Call Supreme anytime.
Sometimes we take life for granted. Just imagine.
Does he ever speak to you? Of course not. Not in words.
What I believe, what I know, is these people are alive inside.
But miracles can happen.
Mom. Oh, my baby.
think that I could deal with losing 30 years of my life, could you?
People have forgotten what life is all about.
Robert De Niro, Robin Williams, Awakenings.
Andre Toulon only wanted to entertain children.
Herr Toulon has developed a method of animating his puppets without string. It's as if they were alive.
Now the Nazis will turn his puppets into toys of terror.
You think I'm afraid of this? You will be afraid.
World War II has just gotten smaller. Puppet Master 3.
This deadly gang of puppets is waiting for you. Order Puppet Master 3 on Viewer's Choice.
If you're cleaning out your unwanted items and that creates a new problem, what do you do with the waste? Well, let Mars Disposal Service be the solution. Hard to dispose of items such as appliances, car parts, furniture and yard waste, no problem. No job too large or too small. We'll take just about anything except your ex-spouse. They tell us. Call Mars Disposal Service 262-9021. Northampton, Dan, a very streaky basketball team. Right now, they're on a good streak.
Well, Seaman has come to life, which has helped the offensive firepower of Northampton. But, Dick, I think the turning point here, allowing Northampton to get back in the game, is its pressure defense full court, which has caused Whitehall 2 turnovers.
Good call, Danny, because that's where they got it. They're getting it out of the turnover. See, you can't afford, it's like that wrestling deal, Gary. You know, you're always talking about it. I'll give you 1 if I take you down and get 2 from it. You can only do that so long. The clock's going to go. Right now, they can't afford to give Whitehall 2 to get 3 back. That'll only last so long.
Matty Moore for 2. That won't go. There's Jones to collect. Foul. It's going to be called on Fainal.
So you must gain advantage somewhere else. And as Danny pointed out, you got to get it off the pressure defense. You're not going to get off the board. No way, because it's an even deal on the board. So you got to get it off your pressure defense.
Still no shot by Whitehall. That's only the 4th team foul by Northampton. So Whitehall has the basketball. They have the lead. And very often they have the clock in their favor. And right now it's Jeff Clock.
I'll tell you what else I like about Northampton, Gary. Not in a position to give Whitehall the 1-and-1 where they ice so many games in the last 5 minutes. Here they're not even on the line yet.
Dump ball. It's Northampton basketball. That's as good as a turnover, Dick.
Yes.
That play was by Mark Smith. He's played a good floor game tonight. Really working out there. Matty Moore. Way outside, Soltis.
See, now that's a great exchange, guy. I get a turnover, I don't give anything up, and I get 3 in exchange. I get the dead ball, which means I get the pressure defense.
Out of bounds, Whitehall basketball. Would you believe it? It's 54-50. Scott Soltis with 4 threes in tonight's ball game. He has 14 points.
I'll tell you, he's been the steadiest black and orange guy out there, white and black and orange guy out there, guy.
Taking any shots.
He's only missed 1 shot, I believe, all night. There's Lisicki. There's a little hip check by Moore. He got away with it. Jones down inside clock. He's not usually there. It's blocked. Oh, right into the hands of Soak. Lucky's better than good sometimes, Dick.
Wow. See, what you got to like about Soltis, Gary, is his shot doesn't look like a shot. He doesn't square up, though. He just comes from the hip like a gun shooter.
That shot from the corner by Seaman. Down and out. Would not fall. 4:33, 56-50.
Whoa.
Lisicki wanted it, didn't he? He was ready to pull the trigger.
There's a screen cross. Too easy.
Beautiful screen down low. Jones came off it. He knew he was wide open. Down inside. Back outside. Smith baseline. Smith. Good block by Zoke.
They're going to go to delay, Ronnie. Gary, here comes Giannicola.
Lisicki down inside. About Jones again.
See, you make up your mind. You're going to fight the pick. You're going to switch on that.
Well, they switched, and Jones against Matt Moore is
switch on a big and little.
Jones against Matt Moore is no contest. Off the back, followed up by Fainal. Right back, Smith. That's Smith's first basket of the second half. There's the tough D. Northampton basketball. 60-52. Extremely popular call on this side of the court. They're offering glasses, new lenses.
They got that box man, that combo man on Moore again.
Moore is being hounded by Giannicola. It's a match and one. Mark Smith, yeah.
Nice power play. Jones just can't afford for that other foul and stop the clock. There's the middle. Redwell. Boy, Fainal's done a good job defensively.
Fainal had nowhere to go with it. And Jones is up. He's fouled.
Well, you talk about opportunity, huh?
Foul's going to be against Fainal, I believe. That woke the crowd up.
As you're going to see here, Fainal almost makes the steal, comes back and makes the hard foul on Jones, and Jones didn't like the way he was hit in the air, but it was a smart foul by Jones.
Good call, Danny. Very smart foul. Had to be that way. Got to keep him out of the basket.
And in Steve's defense, he really did nothing but smile.
But credit Fainal, Dick, because Fainal was right in front of us making his steal, and he gets back before anybody else and commits the foul. So extreme hustle by Fainal,
and
trying to bring his club back.
I'm impressed with Fainal. I'm impressed with Fainal. I'm impressed with Salters.
Jones makes 1 out of 2 as it's 61-54. Pretty critical possession. The ball is still loose. Jump ball. It's Whitehall. Looked like a Don Roan pin. It is going to be Whitehall basketball. Dick, a critical possession lost by Northampton.
Under 3, Gary. And you know the Zephyrs are going to sit. There's a swing man across. 3 on 2. They're going to look for it, Gary.
That's an easy deuce. It doesn't go. Northampton gets a break there. 3 on 2. Whitehall does not score. 61-54. Out of the corner. Seaman, no. Soltis inside. Fainal, yes. Timeout called by the Concrete Kids. We're going to call for break. 61-56. Stay with us.
Here today to talk to the transmission specialists at Allentown Transmissions.
Hi, I'm Bob Seifert. If you're having trouble with your transmission, then it's time to stop by Allentown Transmissions. We don't have gimmicky low prices or the high overhead of a franchise shop, but we do offer nationwide warranties, fair prices, and honest transmission repairs done by professionals with over 30 years combined experience.
Allentown Transmissions, Union Boulevard.
It's the only full-length concert series on television. It's on every Thursday night, and it's only on pay-per-view.
Latifah's had it up to here.
Word, Thursday, February 13th. Thursday night concerts, kicking it with Monsters of Rap, Digital Underground, Naughty by Nature, and Queen Latifah. Encore performances on February 20th and 27th, only on pay-per-view.
Get down and party with the Monsters of Rap on Viewer's Choice.
It's just a phone call away. The best entertainment, the most movies, all in February. One simple call from anywhere, and you've got heavyweight boxing, the new stars of stand-up, quality original movies, too. That's right, all it takes is one quick phone call right now to get simply the best with HBO. And the most movies with Cinemax. One easy phone call, 2 great channels in February. HBO and Cinemax.
Well, the way this ball game started, Dick, I didn't think we'd ever see those numbers here tonight.
Huh? Well, you know, you're just about last game's numbers, Gary. 60-58. I'll tell you what I'm thinking now is Northampton ability, especially with Soltis as the ball handler, if they're going to deny more on some kind of combo, you got shooters like Seaman and Soltis who can stick it. They should be able to find that three or that perimeter. That last dish that Soltis gave Fainal, that was just beautiful. That was quality.
All right, those are the guys helping me tonight. Dick Tracy and Dan Rakovich, the nasty boys, we call them.
Yeah, he's the nastiest of them all. That's Stevie Saganovich.
Danny, I would have to think that Northampton, so many games this year in the last 2 minutes have just not gotten the job done. Here they are faced again, down by 5, 2:23. Psychologically a tough barrier to overcome.
But this one's a little different, Gary. In those other games they were ahead. In this game they really never had the lead, and it's been its defense that has gotten them this close. The thing Northampton must do on the offensive end is take the good shot.
Boy, that would have been a killer. It does not fall for Lisicki. Northampton down by 5. Another critical possession for the kids. Fainal. No. Rebound. Jones jump ball. It's Northampton.
Fine call. Simultaneous possession. Real good call. Go to the concrete kid. Coach Hassler was a little bit upset with the Lisicki 3 attempt, Gary. You know, that's his man-to-man ball handling team in there now. Ball handling team. And Northampton in a man-to-man.
Final 2 minutes. Soltis down the lane, up and in. Soltis with 16. 61-58.
There's the trap. There's the give back. Look the middle.
Dick said the other night, if there's one team I would not want to play in this league, it's Northampton. They would just drive you crazy, and they do that. Their ability to put the ball in the basket. Minute and 30. 61-58. Whitehall's going to play for the foul. Matt Moore wanted the foul and didn't get it. There it is. Foul on Seaman.
You know, everybody says, oh, gee whiz, you're not quite in a one-on-one, although I think they are in a one-on-one situation now. You don't mind that, Gary. It gives you time to double on the ball. You know, set something up defensively instead of straight man-to-man.
Let's see if Coach Hassler gets out of this match box and one, because it's allowing Soltis the lane and allowing him to dish inside to Fainal and Smith. See if he goes back to the plain match and just sort of forgets about Moore and gives him that 3.
Good call, Danny. I would definitely, because what you want to do is don't give up the non-restricted shot, and you're doing that in the defense you are now. That way at least you have a hand in the face.
Zoka, 70% foul shooter, makes them both. He's 4 for 4 from the foul line. Whitehall 9 out of 12 tonight. And they did not get out of that defense. Down the lane, Lisicki's fouled, and it is good.
Now you tell me that's a sophomore move. Turn the back, protect the ball, know you're going to get hammered, and still be in a position to bank it in.
I believe that's Doug Fainal's 5th foul. Fainal's going to leave the ball game. Pete Lisicki on the night. 25 points from the field. 1 for 1 from the foul line. Look at this move. 26 points.
This is a move practiced by Dad Jack, Brother Andy, and they all practice it against him from ages 3 to 8 on the Allen Crest playground.
And that normally would have gotten you a D. D for Donkey. It's Lisicki at the foul line. Pete, 3 3-pointers tonight. 3 of the 4 by Whitehall. Northampton with 7 of them.
And throw in going against Steph, too, because she wasn't too bad.
Pete, 2 for 2 from the foul line, where he normally shoots 80%. We're going to get a foul against Whitehall. That's not going to hurt him too much. The foul's on clock. Team's 4th.
I'll tell you, Gary, there's one intriguing stat I'd love to know for the last 9 years. What does Zephyr shoot in critical end-of-game situations from the foul line? It must be 99.9.
That's why they're so tough to beat down the stretch. They handle the ball well. They force you to foul them. They make the foul shots. That's a pretty tough formula. Soltis, is he fouled on the outside? Yeah, he's fouled by clock. That's his 3rd, but it's still only the team's 5th. Soltis and Moore. Dick, now they're guarding both Soltis and Moore. Yeah,
zone. It's 3-2.
Way outside. Seaman, no. Zoke with a save. Lisicki with the ball. Stolen by Soltis. He'll take the 3. Off the back of the iron. 35 seconds to go. On the move, Zoke up to Jones. Jones inside. Lisicki. Oh my, again! Had it blocked in his right hand, hit it with his left hand. 68-58. There's the foul on Smith.
You know, Gary, you're looking at almost an even game. Well, a 6-point game in Northampton possession. You know, and now you're looking at a 10-point game. And they really haven't forced that much.
Dick, do you think Lisicki will declare pro before he turns to senior?
No way. He's waiting to go against brother Gabe and other brother. When those twins come up, they'll be going on the same team.
Is that right? They all could play together?
You're looking at a possible 3 Lisicki starting on the same
Is that
team.
right?
Yeah.
Now, they're what? What grade?
8.
8th grade.
Twins in 8.
Wow. Well, I don't think Chad would like to have that one on tape.
Well, that was a nice pass to the official. Take the ball out of bounds. Hey, Gary, that's a defensive team. They let it play. Look at that one.
Scott Soltis for 3. Off balance. He just popped it in. 68-61. 12 seconds. The rest of the week, we're going to have Parkland Allen Thursday night. Saturday, Becca Liberty. We're going to get a look at the last Lisicki shot in just a moment. Next week, there it is. Next week we'll be very busy with everything. We'll have basketball Tuesday, gymnastics Wednesday, Easton Phillipsburg Wrestling Thursday, gymnastics Friday, and district team championship wrestling on Saturday.
Gary, I got a question for Danny. Danny, has Soltis been this steady and this intense the entire year?
Soltis is probably the best kept secret in the East Penn Conference. That 3-point shot that he takes is actually a set shot, but he's very accurate. But people tend to overlook him because the scoring of Seaman and Moore. But he's capable of having a big game any night. Well, there's just times when he just doesn't get his shot.
I haven't checked the points scored. I don't have to. He's done so. I'll tell you, I bet he's given up 90% of Northampton assists. He's played well.
Well, he averages 9 a ball game tonight. 19. This ball game is over. Just a matter of the numbers. As we're going to get a foul. The foul's either going to be on Seaman or Smith. Doesn't really matter. 8 seconds. And Whitehall up by 7.
Well, the first thing you're going to do, Gary, look at the paper tomorrow. You're going to say, gee whiz, Whitehall 70. Gee whiz, Whitehall gives up 61 plus. You know, those are going to be the first 2 questions in your mind.
Matt Zoke, 5 for 5 from the line, 15 points. Run down the scoring for you for Northampton. Soltis with 19, Matt Moore with 13, 4 by Gilliard as Zoke makes both of those foul shots. And we'll just hold off a bit as that jump shot won't go. That's going to do it. 70-61 is the final score. And I'll let each of our analysts look at tonight's ball game. First of all, from the Northampton perspective, Dan, their backs now even a little tighter against the wall.
Well, they have 2 tough games coming up against the Central Catholic Vikings and the Parkland Trojans this week, so to say the least, it's a very difficult week for the Northampton Concrete kids, especially since they did not come away with a win against the Zephyrs tonight. But getting back to the ball game, Dick, I think Northampton played its game plan to the T by making the Whitehall Zephyrs play an up-tempo game. It appeared at times that the 1-2-1-1 pressure hurt Whitehall, but not enough to the extent to get Northampton's offensive flow into the game. I think the difference in the game was Northampton shooting. They did what they wanted to do. They up-tempoed the game. They made Whitehall take shots that they normally don't take. They're more patient, but Northampton's game plan was fine, except the shooting hurt them in the first quarter and the second quarter. Dick?
I like the way that you analyze that, Dan, the fact that Northampton did establish a definite game plan. I also like the fact that they included in that game plan an inside game, as they dictated early in the game and toward the end of the first half. I did very much like their pressure. They were getting it there on the second pass with the double, but unfortunately they weren't able to pick up the loose ball. You know, they were kicking it loose, jarring it loose, but every time they went for it, Whitehall ended up. You even had in the end here, you had Fainals jarring it free a couple times, saving it from out of bounds, and wouldn't you know it went to a Zephyr, and the Zephyrs got the easy basket out of it. I'll tell you, the one thing that I like, you guys are going to laugh at this, is if you're Whitehall tonight, you learn to play with the clock overhead. So now if you go to Pottsville, you got to head jump on somebody else.
Guys always thinking ahead. For Northampton, their points, Soltis 19, Moore 13, Gilliard 4, 3 for Hafner, 14 for Smith, 4 for Fainal, and 4 for Seaman. The 61 Northampton points on 19 field goals, 8 of those were three-pointers. They were 5 for 9 from the foul line. Their record now in the league goes to 6-10. They go to 7-13 overall. For Whitehall, they're scoring Clock with 8, Cusco 2. Good scoring out of Matt Zook, 16, and Steve Jones at 15. But the offensive story tonight, it is sophomore Pete Lisicki. He had 29 points in the ball game, including 3 three-pointers, 27 field goals for Whitehall, 5 of those three-pointers, 12 for 16 from the foul line, 70 points for the Zephyrs. They're on the season now 14-6. They are 12-4 in the East Penn Conference, and now they'll just battle for position heading into the East Penn Conference playoffs. Our final score tonight, it was Whitehall 70, Northampton 61. We'll have Parkland against Allen from Parkland coming your way 10 o'clock Thursday night, preceded by This Week in Basketball at 9:30. I want to thank Dan Marakovitz and Dick Tracy for being with me tonight. They certainly made the job very easy. Our director tonight has been Mike Trombetta. He always makes the job very easy. We thank all of you for joining us. We hope your night was just as easy. For everybody, I'm Gary Laubach. We'll see you next time right here on Cable 4 Sports.
Tomorrow.